I made it. My flight was delayed. I had like 2 layovers, but I made it to Mexico again.
I mean, it's about time because me and David were like concerned.
I know.
Concerned.
It just, I had to fly into Salt Lake City for some reason. Then they made me fly into. It was.
Don't.
But I'm here.
Airlines. Look, airlines. We get it.
I
But
hate
them. But hello, and welcome to the Cup. We all made it here to Mexico, and we're so excited to be here. The Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and in reality. And well, you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I am your girl, Lana, your resident evil diva. And I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because I love me some tea. I am currently drinking water right now because I'm waiting for my dinner. And once I get my dinner, I'll probably drink something else. But I'm drinking water because hydration is important. And if I was drinking anything else, I would be drinking it out of my cup. Ooh, pan full of cup. Pan full of cup. Beer. Woo, woo, woo. Yeah. All right.
Work. Imagine one day I actually just like smash out the camera in my computer doing that.
Please don't do that because that would be sickening.
But you can get your cup 3 inches beforehand, so it's fine.
You can get your cup mug or any of our cup merch at LanaG'sCreations.etsy.com, where the link is in the description below. And we do ship domestically in the United States and in Canada. And guess what? In Mexico.
Oh, thank God, finally.
So there are no excuses for you. But internationally, there are some excuses. We're working on it. I'm one step away from getting it right. But I'll let you know. Period. Get your cup merch. Period.
Well, I'm David Healy, and I don't have a cute intro, but I do have a cute shirt. Today, I decided to wear my Vanessa Claudio shirt. I'm just kidding. I don't have a Vanessa Claudio shirt. That was a reference to people who
thought it was diva. Yeah.
People who thought I was wearing last week's host shirt when it was Katya. But no, I'm wearing my Dakota Schiffer shirt from Drag Race UK.
Robbed
True, very true. Maybe I just had like Claudia Schiffer. No, never mind. But I
followed you on that whole journey, David. It's still a no, but I followed you on that whole journey there. But no.
I tried. I am just drinking some water.
I'm not used to being the third one doing an intro. This is strange. But hi, I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. Back. Made it to Mexico. Oh, dear God, am I so excited to talk about this episode of Solo Las because this season is giving. But I am drinking some cucumber lime water because hydration is of the essence. And I got really dehydrated on all of my flights to get here. So it's necessary.
Great. Well, we are here talking about Solo Las Mas. And it's episode 2. We're coming off of a good episode from last week. But before we dive into it, hit the notification bell and the subscribe button, period, while you're here. If you stuck around with us these 5 minutes or 4 minutes or whatever, you like us. You know you do. So hit the subscribe button so you won't miss a single video because we do drop almost all things drag on this channel here. And we put content almost every single day. So check that out here. If you want to join our membership room, the button is right down there. Hit the join button to get exclusive content and early access to some content. We got our new show, Look Over Here, that it gives you early access before anybody gets to see it. And then, we'll have some exclusive content later on, hopefully. We'll see. And also, if you're a fan of reality TV, we got a channel for you. Go join the Cup TV and do the same thing you did over here. Hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all those things. So you won't miss a single video because we got video after video after video, interview after interview after interview, reality show after reality show after reality show coming out on that channel. So you don't want to miss it. Also, if you're a fan of Eurovision Song Contest, they got a channel for you. Also, the Cup ESC stuff is coming out. Videos are happening. Songs are being talked about. Go check it out over there. And if you happen to be a fan of wrestling, we got the Cup Ringside, our newest channel. Go over there, hit that, subscribe over there, and show us some love at all of our channels. We appreciate you. Now that we got all of the business part out of the way, let's talk Solo Los Mas.
Please.
Well, I want to circle back to something you mentioned about look over here. So I noticed that we did not have as many people watching our look over here video. So please keep in mind, we have 2 videos a week now for Solo Los Mas. So if you see two thumbnails and you're like, oh, they uploaded it twice, I already watched. No, you didn't. You watched the first one. You got to watch the second one too, or else you're only getting half of the story.
Pretty much, definitely half of the story. Because we give you our vague and very generic thoughts on this episode about the looks. Yes. But on Look Over Here, you get all of our in-depth thoughts and scores and all of that. So if you just want the general vagueness, sure, just watch this video. But if you just want to focus on the looks, go watch Look Over Here. That video, you might want to check that out. I promise you it's worth it because we give
Look over
all
here.
Of our thoughts. We give all of our thoughts and all of our comments and everything. So that's where it gets a little spicy because sometimes we agree and sometimes we disagree. And this week we definitely disagree. I think.
Maybe
I think we disagree because from the conversations that we've had off camera, I think it might be some disagreements happening. I'm just saying.
I hate all of them.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens when we discuss it. But anyway, last week happened. We watched Velveteen get the black star, and we were like, "Oh, Velveteen's eliminated."
I was really upset about it. Because that's my draft girly. I can already tell y'all, I'm not winning this draft. I can already tell you without a shadow of a doubt, I'm not winning this draft. Not winning this draft. I have faith in my girls still, but I'm not winning this draft, and that's fine. I was sad about that. Oh, Lana. Do you mind before we dive into this episode recap? Do you mind if I take a moment?
I mean, sure, you should take your moment and have it. Why not?
Thank you very much. I will, in fact. I didn't have the button up prepared for this moment.
I mean,
but now I do, so it's fine. So
this is your moment. Have it.
Okay. So I absolutely love this premiere. This franchise is so... We're going to talk about the whole format in this episode, but I'm so excited for this. C-Pher. I could probably say C-Pher for 60 seconds, and that's about all I need to say to convey how I felt about the first episode. Love Lorena as the host. I thought she was lovely. It was very nice to see her come back from season 1, because I have watched parts of season 1, everyone. So I have seen her a little bit. But it was nice to see her evolution as a host. I think the format of this is just so fun. I'm loving getting to know these girls. The drama last week, and Velveteen getting that black star, deserved. And it's not even from the look, because I really, really liked the look, but the performance was not good. But overall, I will say the talent show, I wasn't all that impressed. That's all you have to say. I hit it under the time. Okay, David, I didn't say anything about it afterwards. So
it wasn't.
What about that?
Relax, everybody. Just relax. It's just a button.
You're done.
You're done. All of you're done.
You're done.
You're done. Period.
You're done.
Okay, but
David,
I agree with that. I think I don't know. I don't know if I thought Velveteen should get the Black Star. I thought it was people worse.
I watched the episode.
But
Y'all thought Sirena?
yeah.
By a lot.
By a lot, yeah. But
Oh, really?
when they said the format of it, I knew what was going to happen. I knew it wasn't going to be Selena that gets the most votes.
Oh,
I
absolutely
knew
not.
that.
It's never going to be Sirena. Yeah, no.
Once there was,
yeah, as soon as I saw the format,
go ahead.
we're saying the same thing at the same time.
Yes.
Because we,
So
at this point, are
you go ahead
telepathic,
and say
it's
it.
kind of scary. Once we figured out what the format was, it was like, oh, so these girls are just going to vote out Velveteen. These girls are not going to have it with this Velveteen.
I didn't think that. And you know what? I found out why I was confused. It's because when they showed the boxes with their faces, I wasn't sure who everybody was. Like I'm seeing the faces, but I don't know who they were.
Because that's their Mexican flag color promo that we didn't talk about because I don't remember having that.
Yeah, I don't think we had it, did we?
No, we
because
didn't.
we just got the
definitely
gold
didn't in the cast assessment. Yeah, we just covered the gold ones.
So when I saw it, did show some of them go for Velveteen, but I thought that was Serena's picture. So it was like we saw everybody do Serena, and then suddenly it was Velveteen out of nowhere.
Well, so that was not the case at all, as we found out in this episode.
Yes. And I do want to mention before we pass it up too much, we get our opening credits, and I really liked it because we get to see the girls from their original seasons and then the transformation to the new looks. I thought that was really cool, and it was a really good song for the opening credits too. So,
the music this season is slapping. Like, it's good music.
It's fine. That's not what I like last season better, but that's just me.
I think we're gonna like a lot of Le Mans 6 more than other things because that's the first season we watched. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was very, very good, but I feel like as we go through our Le Mans journey, we might be like, but season 6 though, which is true because it was a very good season, but
I mean, all I know is that in season 6, the first time I heard some of these songs, it was in my head all day. And it was in my head all night. And I just like
that's still stuck in my head.
Yeah, I love it. I can't think of any of the songs in this season thus far. Like I can't. It's not sticking. It's not sticking like.
Well, it's only 2 episodes in, Lana.
Well, episode 1, I was singing da 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 da.
Okay, fair.
So, just saying, it just didn't happen yet. It might happen. It just hasn't happened yet, and it's a slow burn. But anyway, we get back into the workroom and
the Knicks Lounge.
The Knicks Lounge. Sure, it's still a workroom.
But this is Drag Race, Lana.
But it's still a work. That's where people go to work and do their work. It's their workroom.
But it's actually the Knicks Lounge.
And this is going to be my last episode of Solo Las Mas. I'm going to leave and trapdoor myself, and I'm going to let David and Logan handle it since they know everything better than me.
Okay, so everyone is there. We see Aviesk come in, and we also see Johnny Carmona, who I was very happy to see.
Why are we stuttering? You know everything. Just say it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, y'all. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I don't know that I want to at this point.
I mean, tell me to host, and then you correct everything I do. The Knicks Lounge. Johnny comes in with the beautiful. I can't say her name now. I'm not even lying. I don't. Aviesk.
Wait, you pronounce the C?
Aviesk who? Yeah.
Okay.
Or Avies. I don't know that necessarily with. I don't know that necessarily with a Spanish accent. you would pronounce the C, but with our good old American accents, I pronounce it, and I've heard some people do, some people don't. So I'm gonna say Aviescu.
Well, you go, girl, because obvious. That's what she look. She looks stunning, by the way. I thought she looked so
Oh,
pretty.
yeah.
I was like, she's great. But she comes in and she's telling them that y'all need to step it up a little bit. Just saying, this is supposed to be Lamas, and y'all are giving us, I need y'all to step it up. She basically said y'all need to step up y'all game because it's a little lacking when we do it. Then she brings Johnny out and he's like agreeing and co-signing, like, yeah, I thought this was gonna be Lamas, and we're not getting to Lamas. We're getting the height. So then they say, but they have lots of tricks for them and lots of surprises that they want to bring out and get them going. So the first surprise, Velveteen is still here.
Yay!
And they're like, girl, what you doing here? So they kind of shocked. And then their next surprise is they bring out the TV. And they're like, what they bringing out this TV for? And they're like, let's see who all voted for Velveteen to go. And they were like, oh, shit. No.
Well, they explained the twist before they bring out the TV, right?
Yeah, because they were like, you get the person who gets eliminated don't necessarily get eliminated. They just go off to the side.
No one's getting eliminated this season is basically what's happening. Because even if you get eliminated twice, you're still not eliminated.
You're a ghost.
Yeah, so if you have one black star, then you have to compete in the lip sync to
the person who gets the next black star.
Give your black star to somebody else with a black star. And if you have one black star, then you're still in the game, but you don't get critiques. And if you then get two black stars, you're eliminated, but not really, because then you're a ghost queen. And if you're a ghost queen, then you are still there. You are still presenting your looks, but you can't get critiques. You can't vote. But it's so wild. It's so wild. And I'm loving all of this. But if you're a ghost queen and you win the runway challenge, then you get brought back into the game. But only if you win the runway challenge in a certain week with 2 stars. Not to be confused with when you have 1 star.
See, here is my dilemma with this whole situation. Because I'm like, so what happens if a ghost queen wins, comes back in, and then the 2 people with the... When is this show going to end? It's 8 people in this show. But if people keep winning their way back in, how do we... At what point do the ghost queens just stop? Do we not have a chance to get back in?
I think it's going to be kind of like the All-Star 7 format that we saw in Drag Race, where there's going to come a moment where, like, they're going to break... Because these stars are obviously going to mean something. Because the person who wins gets the gold star, and the person who gets second gets these pink stars. These stars are going to end up meaning something at some point, and I feel like it's just going to be, okay, by episode... And I don't know this for sure. I don't know what the format is. But by episode 8... Okay, if you're a ghost queen... You're eliminated for real. Leave the set. Bye. And then based on who has the most stars, that might determine like a top 3. I don't know. That's kind of where I see it going. I'm just along for the ride at this point. I'm like, this is going to be exciting. I'm here to cover this for as long as we can because I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. But I also Lana was like, when is this ending? Like, how many episodes do we have? I am a little confused still at this format.
David, you have something?
Yeah, so I didn't realize only ghost queens could win the challenge. But then again, I was also confused, like, oh, how would Velveteen win this if she's not getting any critiques? So are the ghosts gonna get critiques? But
No, so
The-
ghost queens are not the only ones that can win the challenges. If a ghost queen wins a runway challenge, like gets the most points from the judge, like if a ghost queen is La Masse for whatever the category is, then they come back to the competition as if they were just a regular contestant.
yeah, okay. I meant people with black stars, like
Mhm.
Velveteen this week. Could she have won the week?
Yes.
Yes.
So I guess they
If she
still
had
score her,
the
even
highest
though they
score.
didn't say anything.
They still scored her, yeah.
Yes.
They didn't give her any critique, but
They
they
just
still
don't
scored
know
her.
what it was, what they said, and what they liked or what they didn't like.
And so the queen that gets the black star next week, who are they lip syncing against?
Madison?
No, because Madison
No.
doesn't have a black star. Spoilers already.
That's where I'm confused.
Okay, I thought
But that's where I'm confused too.
I thought that they said whoever's name is, or whoever the person who gets the black star, whoever they voted for, is who they're going to lip sync against. I might have read that wrong.
I heard that too. I'm confused about. So then, is Velveteen going to get to pick anyone then? Because we then go to they bring out the TV, and we find out that everyone voted for Velveteen except for Velveteen.
Man. Look, okay, so here's the thing. We have no idea how this is working out. If y'all know, tell us in the comments.
Please.
Let us know what the format is. Give us some clarification, because as we always say, hello, hi, we don't know what's happening here. We ain't never watched this format. We consider us stupid Americans and break it down to us like stupid Americans, please and thank you. I would appreciate it in the comments. I don't
even know if Lamas has done something like this before. I think this is unprecedented as far as like drag reality competitions are concerned.
Mm-hmm. I'm into it though.
I'm into it.
I'm into it.
I just say we just go sit back, we go buckle up, and we go watch every episode that come out, and we go be here to talk about it to the best of our abilities, because why not? But we do see everybody voted for Velveteen, except Velveteen. But Velveteen was a little in their feelings about the fact that her drag family also voted for her.
Yep.
And that leads us to a very long conversation in the Knicks lounge, and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth about how Velveteen felt, why everybody felt the need to vote for Velveteen, how Velveteen felt upset that her drag family voted her out, and even though they didn't need to, like even if they could have just gave her sympathy votes or not voted for her, it wouldn't have changed the outcome, but it would have at least made her feel better. And Soto Nasty was like, I ain't want to do that. We drag sisters, but we ain't friends. And I was like, whoop. And she was like, and we not friends. And she was like, whoop. And they were like, but I thought we were sisters and da da da. Now,
we were friends.
We were friends. We ain't friends now. And that's the history that they were like trying to skirt around. They didn't want to get into it, but it was like, what happened between us, and we know what happened between us, and we just not friends. So let's not act like I have to vote for you when, and her drag mother, Guajardo, was like, look,
Hey, you got it.
I said it right. Wow.
You did.
I've been practicing, you guys. I've been trying.
was-
Sometimes it comes out, sometimes it doesn't. So we'll see what happens.
I was gonna say, Lana, for the times that it doesn't, I can say it and then just have you lip sync to it if you want.
I mean, we'll see how it happens. If it flows, work.
Great.
If it doesn't, work.
Also
But
great.
I don't know. I don't know with me. I don't know how it happens. But anyway.
Oh my god, Lana, you're so random. Oh my god.
I really am. So she was like, I know it probably hurt your feelings, but this is a competition as well. And I was going off of critiques, not, family things or friendships or whatever. I was going off of the critiques from the judges. I was trying to be very fair about this. She was like, you were being strategic. It's nothing fair. And Velveteen was just not happy. And you know who was enjoying this a little too much? Or enjoying this conversation so they could keep stirring and stirring? Georgie and Rudy and
everybody.
Serena. No, it was Rudy, Serena, and Georgie. They were just like, ooh.
Not Madison.
No, not Madison. Madison was fully
that's why
trying
I
to
love her.
Velveteen.
That's my baby. I love her.
Madison was fully trying to be there for Velveteen and be like, I know when everybody's dogging on you, I don't want to be that person to do that. But everybody else was just like, stir, stir, stir. So why you think that? And why you feel that way? And that conversation went on way too long for my liking. I was like, okay, I'm over it. But that's just me. Some people like the drama. But what y'all think?
No, I agree. It did go on too long, and I really don't like seeing like such a pile on, especially somebody who is down. Like I guess things that she was saying were annoying. Like she had some feelings about being voted out. She's a human, but just all of the punching down was just getting to be a lot. So that's why I really respected Madison out of everything here, because it really did seem like she cared. Even earlier, Velveteen was like, Madison was the only person who told me to my face that she had voted for me. So I just like their relationship. I want to see where it goes from here. Hopefully they'll never have to lip sync against each other.
I mean, hopefully not.
Oh boy, I hope not. No, and I agree with that exact point, David. Like, I didn't love the pylon. For me, it felt like Kelly last season. Mm-hmm. I was like, so these girls just need to find one person to be a punching bag for them, and they're just going to let that happen to get their, like, I don't know. I didn't love this at all. It wasn't my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah. It wasn't my favorite. It was just like a lot going on. And I don't even know, in my opinion, I don't even think it got resolved. It was kind of just like, we'll just agree to disagree at this moment.
Because after the pylon, then you have like Madison comforting Velveteen, and then you have the back and forth specifically between Sorrow and Velveteen. And that's when that whole thing happens. And it's kind of just like, okay, what do y'all want to talk about next? Like, it really is never resolved. And so I'm just like, I feel like at some point the whole story is going to come out, especially if all of the girls are going to be there for the bulk of the season. I feel like at some point one of them is going to get angry or something and say something about what actually happened. They probably don't want it to be like a part of the whole Lamas thing because they know everything is being filmed. So they're probably trying to keep it like as low key as possible. I've also heard, and I think another thing that could contribute to this, I've heard, I don't know this to be true, but I've heard this season was filmed in a very, very, very short period of time. Like I'm talking less than 2 weeks. So I feel like if stress gets to them at some point, like there might come a time where, things are said that maybe they didn't necessarily want to say on the show. I hope there's a positive resolution to this whole thing. I really do, but we'll see.
Absolutely. I hope everybody can figure out whatever. whatever. They need to figure out. Oops, I wasn't trying to do that right now. Anyway, I was just trying to put it into the studio so we could talk about it later. But is there anything else that we want to discuss from the Knicks Lounge?
The only other thing I had was we hear people talk about their strategies now that they know that voting's going to be a thing all week. I thought Georgie was being extra petty when she was like, well, Velveteen, we just heard you talking about how you expect family to vote for you. So if you're not going to vote based on critiques, then I'm going to vote for you. It's like, okay. But I
Girl.
Anyway, Georgia, you was gonna do that anyway, so let's not act like you wasn't gonna do that.
Because weren't you the one in episode 1 that was like, why the hell is she here? She's never even done this before.
Yeah.
It's like, if things had gone differently, there would have been 2 other secret contestants on this show, Georgie. So, like, calm down.
Yeah, I like Guajardo, what she had to say though, because she has a strategy that I would do if I was ever on Drag Race, which will never happen. And I had to vote. And I would base it not on what the judges are saying, but based on my own opinions, because you know what, I have an opinion too, and I would just trust that. I don't need to have production tell me who they want to go. I'll just vote for who I think was the worst.
Absolutely.
Lovely.
So
it's Lamas
Then-
strategy race.
Absolutely. So then we just go right to the Runway.
What am I doing hanging out over here? Oh
I don't
no.
know. Hanging out over here. We don't.
And now I'm
Logan.
gone.
I don't like Logan today, so
We know.
Oh.
I guess you're back.
I made
Yeah.
it.
You're back.
Thanks,
That's what happens.
Lana.
I push buttons. I get things wrong sometimes. It is what it is. It's my charm. You all love it. Anyway, so we're here. We're at the Runway, and we get the judges. And we talked about their looks in our other show. We're going to talk about the looks in our other show. Look over here. So we'll just say, here they are. They look good.
I do like Vanessa. I think she was a good, like, no shade to Lorena, but I think I do like Vanessa better as a host.
I also like Vanessa as a host a little bit more. It might honestly be the fact that for Lorena, it's been a very, very long time since she's hosted Lamas. And I mean, the same with Vanessa. She was, I believe, season 2. So, like, I don't know. I definitely preferred, she felt a lot more, not really lighthearted, because I felt that from both of them, but
it was more like natural.
A little bit more natural, a little bit more lighthearted, I guess. Something like that. Sure. We'll go with that.
But if you want our real takes on how those looks and how we feel about these looks, you should check out our other show. Because we're going to give you some very vague topics about what we think about these looks right now.
Sure.
Lamas Religious. It's Lamas Religious. When I heard the theme, I was like, oh, I'm going to be impressed. I hope I'm being impressed. Because there's something about the religious looks in the drag world that I really like. I really like their take on the religious aspect of religion and how, they drag up the looks. So I was very excited. And I don't know how I feel about them. We'll see.
I also love that they're pulling all of these looks from previous seasons.
Absolutely.
Like that for me, I really, really love that they're doing that. It's lovely.
And they sure hyped it up. The season 2, episode 2, they were like, this was one of the best runways ever.
Excited to talk about it at some point in the near or late future.
Sure. But up first, we do have Miss Velveteen. And I thought this look was lovely.
Looks good.
It's fine.
Okay. Oh, we can't wait to hear what you
a little
think
bulky.
about that.
That's all I'll say.
All right. Then we have Guajardo. I was waiting for you to say it with me so I could.
Guajardo. Here,
There
I'll do it
we
again.
go.
Here, I'll do it again. Guajardo.
Work.
I can almost roll my R's there. I don't know. It's
Oh.
specifically with Guajardo. Ooh, maybe a little
Ooh,
bit.
Let me
I'm
know.
getting there.
This look for me, it was good. It was all right. It was good.
It's good.
It's good.
How about say thumbs up
There.
from David?
There are parts of this I really like, and there are parts of this I wish were better.
Okay. We have Madison.
Our poor baby.
You don't like it?
It's a no from me, dog.
Oh.
Ooh, I wasn't sure if I would be the only one, but
Oh,
No, you're not, David. Don't worry.
okay. Well, we'll talk about it, I guess. Up next, Georgie. It's a lot going on. I'm gonna say that. It's a lot going on.
Mm.
I get it, but yeah.
it's just not meeting the standard. The standard for this show is very high.
Okay.
So anything lower than like
Yeah.
90s is disappointing for me.
All right.
And for me, I will also say last week's runway for me really set the bar so high. This runway on a whole, I felt like everything was a little bit flatter than what we got in the first week for me. Because there are a lot of those looks that I absolutely loved.
Okay. So nasty.
Come on, egg. Work, egg. Come on, golden baked potato into egg couture.
She looks good, but I have some specific critiques, and I can't wait to get into them.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We have Serena.
What a step up. What a step up
from last week. What a step
Totally,
up.
honestly, and genuinely.
Yeah.
There are two girls on this cast I feel like that could have pulled off this concept, and she's one of them. And
Work
Diva.
Work. Oh, and this is the other one.
Exactly. Literally next up, Rudy.
Rudy. What?
Rudy.
Alfonso Wasteman looks great as a demon.
Stop
Yes.
it.
Very good.
You know I'm not lying.
Stop it. This was good. This was good.
This was very good.
And last but not least, C-Pher. What can you say from C-Pher? I guess Logan can say a lot without saying anything else.
You know, I'm going to reserve my thoughts on this one completely.
I'm with you, David. I'm just reserving.
You'll have to see if I like this one or not. And Lana.
But those were the looks really quickly. But if you really want to hear what we got to say, go check out our other video. Look over here. I don't have the button ready. So wait, go check that video out. Period. So you can get all of our thoughts and scores and all of that. But we do get results. We get results. We get critiques first. We get critiques and then results. Let's talk about. Okay, wait. Hold on, because you're like a pit bull ready to pounce, and I know where you're going.
I am.
Just calm down for a second.
Where I'm going.
Yes, just calm down for a second and let me get this thought out, and I'll let you have it. We get the critiques, and I saw the comments, y'all. I saw y'all in the comments, and y'all were telling us about Miss Lola and how she is mother and how she is everything, and the girls expect this from her. This is just how she was and how she is. And you know what? I respect that. But baby, I stand 10 toes down on what I said last week. If that lady was to talk to me the way she talks to these girls, I would walk off that stage and never come back. And I'll be like, you do not talk to me that way. My mental health is valuable, and I will not stand there and you will not talk to me like you talk to me. No. But that is, like I said last week, that is me. That is my personal thing. And if everybody is if the people on this show is used to this from her and they want that, they know this, that's how she come in, good on them. Good on them. But for me, Lana, absolutely not. Will she talk to me that way? I don't care for how much money they try to give me to be in the competition. No, thank you. But that's my personal opinion. I'm going to unleash the beast that is just bubbling inside of Logan right now. Go.
Okay, it's actually not nearly as like wild of a critique. So I know that both of you had your critiques and not necessarily all the love in the world for Miss Lola Cortez. I'm living, bitch. I am living for her. I love, and I was also someone that I really did like Simon Cowell on American Idol. Like, I like those people that will just dig in, because at the end of the day, these people are putting their art on display for judgment. And I do tend to like when someone is a little bit harsher. I think I can't usually be that person. I don't have that in me. But when I see a judge that has something like that in them, I love seeing it. I found her a bit abrasive after the first week. I will be honest. I was like, oh, that's a lot. I wasn't necessarily expecting that. 2 weeks into Lola, I'm like, I get it now. And I really, really like her and the way that she's like, she is holding them to a high standard, because not only have 7 of the 8 of them been on La Mas before, but they've been chosen as all-stars of La Mas. They are some of the best of the seasons that they come from. So I appreciate that she's holding the girls to a high standard, and she's telling them, you need to do what you do perfectly or don't do it. I do like that perspective. It's nice to have that perspective, and I think it was very nicely balanced by Luis and Vanessa in this episode. And I do also love that the girls were like, I miss Letal, because you know what? I also miss Letal. I'm like, when are we getting Letal? Are we getting Letal this season? I don't think we're getting Letal this season. I'm very, very sad about that. But what I will say, the one issue I had with Lola in this episode was the way she just kept digging into Georgie. Like, girl, she can't help that that's how her knees are and she has flat feet. Like, I got so frustrated listening to that whole segment, because I'm just like, why are you yelling at this girl for the way that she stands? I don't get that. That I had an issue with. And I didn't love hearing it last week from her. I didn't love hearing it this week from her. I didn't love that.
Yeah, I thought she was better this week for the most part. We'll get into it, but
Get into it now.
Well, what I have to say comes much later in the episode, but I didn't find myself necessarily.
We'll talk about it later as well. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't agree with her the whole time. Like she was saying Guajardo was boring. I mean, maybe the delivery wasn't super exciting, but I still was into it. And she seemed to love Madison this week. Yeah, and she did the same thing again where she's like, Soro, you are out of your mind. And she's like, oh, but then she had like lots of really good things to say about Soro. And it's like, she can't just be nice. She has to like start her compliments by sounding mean, which is actually kind of funny. But I think the one thing that really stood out to me was when she was talking to C-Pher, she had a lot of critiques about the delivery, like her coming out looking surprised, her being disappointed with the baby. But I actually thought C-Pher did a really good job of standing her ground and explaining all of her reasons for doing what she did. And it felt like a nice, respectful exchange. So I think that was one of my favorite parts of the critiques. Oh, and I also really liked that Vanessa like threw in some feedback too. She was calling out Rudy. She was the one that was like, Rudy, So there's a problem if I see what's underneath and I see there's
If
a
I
reveal.
see this,
I was like,
that's
okay,
why I
come on.
liked her a little bit more than Lorena, because Lorena felt very diplomatic about everything. She was like, I'm just here to host. It gave me a bit of Marisol as well, because Marisol would pipe in every once in a while with like a very insightful critique on season 6. And I was like, yes, girl, please have an opinion. I want to know what you have to say. You might just be the host here, but you also have an opinion, and I would like to know what that opinion is. So I was happy to hear that.
Yeah. I
See,
agree.
not all this big beast. I'm just a little bit annoyed with her talking about the physical anatomy of some of these contestants. And I'm not talking about the demon baby.
Yeah. I was like, girl, she can't help her knees. Her knees are her knees. Like, what do you want her to do? Fix it? Like, go
Now,
have knee surgery? I don't know.
right. Is she supposed to get like arch support in her 5-inch heels for her flat feet? Now, do we know, is she going to be here every week?
Yes.
I was wondering that. You know for a fact?
I think they said she was permanent.
So the other two guys are just rotating?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because then we have to remember we have to go through everybody else that was in that like promo.
Yeah. I think the guys are switching and
Well,
then she's permanent.
I thought it's 3 judges, and then we had the 6 different hosts.
I think they switched something up because so far we've only had the 2 judges and then the host.
We've had 3 judges.
No, on this season it's only been 2 judges and a host.
No, we've had 3 judges. We've had Alfonso in the first week, and we've had Luis.
I'm talking about each week. It's only been 2 judges.
I know.
Oh, yes,
I'm
you're
saying
correct.
I'm pretty sure those are the only 3 judges we're gonna get. And then we're gonna have
The other one might be hosts.
Yes, the other 6 were the hosts
Hosts.
from the original 6 seasons.
Yes.
So
There's there's a rotating man, a rotating host, and Lola.
Right.
I believe is what we're getting. I'm looking again just to see what the full promo looked like.
Well, Liam wasn't in the promo. Liam wasn't in the promo.
Luis.
Well, Luis. I said Liam. Luis wasn't in the promo because he wasn't there.
Wait, who's the big hand? Is that also? Oh yeah, the hand was Avies.
Yes.
So yeah, so we had 9 people in there, 1 person missing. So we got the 6 hosts.
Yes.
We have Avies, and we have the 3 judges.
Absolutely
correct, and that's what I see according to the thank you wiki. Yes, 6 hosts: Alfonso, Lola, and Luis. So it looks like Alfonso and Luis are alternating,
rotating back and forth.
And then Avies, who is just the coach. So next week we'll get Carla Diaz, who was the host of season 3 of Lamas.
You said Avies, who is just the host.
Just the coach.
But who is her last name? So that's funny.
I get it.
Yes. But yes,
I'm tired, David. Give me a break, please.
No, it's just funny. It was an unintentionally funny thing.
It's okay.
I'm always very unintentionally funny.
But yes, we do get the critiques, and then we get the results.
Mm-hmm.
And we find out that our winner is Serena. Yes. I was like, deserve.
There's other banners at the bottom.
It said winner, but she was the winner. Oh. See, why are we all the way down here? That's ridiculous. But
because I made them today. And I didn't.
I know. We should have just put them. Anyway, because I don't scroll down. I don't scroll down. It is. But in coming into almost, but not quite there. That's the interpretation of that is so funny to me when they be like almost, but not quite.
I forget his name, but I follow the guy who does the English subs for Lamas on Twitter. He is a genius. The way that like everything has been happening, where it's like almost quite, but not sort of, kind of, really. But Casi in Spanish is just almost.
I was like, why is it almost but not quite kinda? But then we got
I
two
love
in
it.
this episode, we got two gay gasps and a gay panic. I was like, oh, not
I
a
know. I
gay
was like, gay
gasp
gasp.
and a gay panic. Like,
Also, I did listen to y'all last week be like, why are we getting so much build up to the results? And I was like, I'm living for it. I love it. I'm like, please take 30 seconds to be like, it's you. And you decided. And all of you decided this results. I love it. I'm so here for that build up.
It drives me up the wall. I
knew it would.
I cannot deal. Like, I just sit there and roll my eyes to like, but I do like Vanessa did not do it as long as Lana last week, because Lana was just ridiculous with it. She was like, it is true. But it could be it too. Is it? Who is it?
I don't know. Is it you? Or is it all of you? I love it. I'm so here for it. It's so entertaining to me.
I was like, oh my God.
Both weeks it's been so entertaining to me. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm living through it.
Coming to Kasi Mas is C-Pher.
And that's probably exactly where I would have had them both, honestly.
But then we do have purgatory elimination. And because the girls voted.
Yes.
And they all, the votes were in and the majority came back. It's two. Madison. Oh no, not that. No, not that.
No.
Not the
God, I hate everything.
But we do. So we get a lip sync is going to happen now between Madison and Velveteen.
Because they both have one black star. And whoever wins the lip sync gives their black star to the other person.
And they have,
I think.
That's what happens. You get two black stars, which now you become a ghost. And you don't even have a chance to lip sync back in. But you could still win your way back in. Well, we already discussed how confusing that is. And we wanted y'all to break it down for us. So let's talk about this lip sync, because I really want to hear what we thought about this lip sync.
I don't know that you do, Lana.
David.
I am so happy that for the first time in her life, Velveteen gave a lip sync, because this felt like the very first time she's ever lip synced. And I was rooting for her. I was rooting for both of them, but man, this was not good. And she started with this like kind of like insane, manic, like just way of moving around the stage. And it almost felt like Madison saw that and was like, I have to do the same thing, because Madison almost did the exact same thing that Velveteen started out. And luckily Madison quickly course corrected and Velveteen was just a mess. I'm going to say Velveteen gave the worst lip sync I've seen so far this year. And I've seen 50. Was just... Yes, we've seen 50. It's been all over the place.
Oh God.
Like the wig kept slipping off. I don't know why she even put the wig on. You didn't need the wig on. You didn't have it on before. You didn't need to put it on. Honestly, Madison, you were fine. You were absolutely fine. Not very good. This was not a good lip sync at all. This could have been, you both get black stars.
Oh, 100%. They both should have gotten 2 black stars, and they both should be ghosts right now.
No, Madison can't go from having 0 to 2.
No.
That's literally what would have happened if Velveteen won the lip sync, David.
No. Well,
no.
Oh.
Well, but she wouldn't have been they would have had.
That's what would have happened. Isn't
if
it?
They would. Well, see, it would have happened if Velveteen. If they would have gave both of them, I think Madison would have had the one. Velveteen would have had 2.
it was just Madison's Black Star that was
Yeah.
up for play.
Yes.
Oh.
Only Madison's Black Star was up for play. It wasn't Velveteen's.
So then what the fuck happens next week then if Velveteen won?
That's what I'm saying is I think
I'm so confused.
I think whoever's name the person voted out, whoever they have to lip sync against them.
They're not
Velveteen would have had to, or Madison would have had to.
So I don't think I'm explaining.
I hate this format. I hate this format. Honestly.
I'm saying no. We like this format. Remember, we were just talking about.
I kind of don't. It's giving me a migraine. I'm gonna be honest. The more I think about all of the logistics of this bullshit, I'm like, I'm getting a migraine.
You know what I think it is? Honestly, I think if Velveteen would have won this lip sync, she would have gave Madison her star, and Madison would have had the 2 stars.
No, I don't think so.
Yes, I do.
I'm like pretty positive. No,
I'm pretty positive it is, because I think it's whoever wins gives the other person their star, and that person will become Madison would have become the ghost. And then because they don't have a vote,
but it also doesn't.
But like even with the Black Star, you don't have a vote. So how would it be if you vote for somebody? They don't have a vote.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
the
so
person
next
that voted
week,
for Madison.
Next week, yeah, like we don't have a person to lip sync against whoever's voted out next week.
I think it's Madison.
Yeah, they would. They would vote against Madison.
No, because Madison no longer has a Black Star. She's back to the same playing field as everybody else.
She does.
So that's why I'm saying, like, next week, let's say Rudy flops and everybody votes for Rudy, but Rudy votes for C-Pher. I'm pretty sure it's Rudy versus C-Pher to see who gets that Black Star.
Oh, see, in that scenario, I thought it was Velveteen versus Rudy.
No, because Velveteen's out. She's a ghost.
Yeah.
She has to win something to even come back.
I hate this.
Yes.
Anyway,
no, it's good. It's good. Don't say you hate it.
No, I hate this. No, I hate this. This lip sync was a flop. This lip sync was a flop from top to bottom. I don't even think Madison did that great. I'm going to be honest. Madison, well, and I also appreciate Madison being like, I really don't like this song, but I'm going to do the best I can with what I'm given. I think she did the absolute bare minimum. And it might even be below the bare minimum. But when you're standing next to Velveteen, who, was this better or worse than Scaredy Cat's lip sync on UK season 1, David?
I think worse.
I think worse. Yeah, no.
I didn't like the song. I didn't like the lip sync. I didn't like any part of it. Like, this is the worst song you can give somebody give them to lip sync to. Like, what was that? And then Velveteen just didn't lip sync at all. She just stood on the stage and twirled around and gyrated a little bit, never moving her mouth. I was like, are you going to lip sync the song at all? It was just not that good. It just, yes, David.
She did the lip sync equivalent of that little. I just realized it as I was making that movement of the guy who was in a business meeting over Skype and his daughter just came marching into the room, you know, in the background.
No.
That was Velveteen.
But Velveteen was eliminated. That deserved. And if Madison is lucky that she was just god awful, because she could have been gone too. If it was up to me, I would have sent them both out the door. But it was not good. It just wasn't good. Poor Velveteen. Velveteen pretty much just womp womp. You got Kim in here with no Mas Draga ever being on the show.
I understand now why she was never cast.
It was just
but we have to talk about Lola saying that if she had her way, Velveteen wouldn't even be a ghost.
Yeah.
Velveteen would just be gone.
I mean, that lip sync deserved that. Honestly, that lip sync deserved that harshness because it was bad.
But she went further than just that, Logan. She was like, you should be embarrassed And you should actually just consider leaving right now. You should probably just do that. She wasn't saying, I think I would make you eliminated. She's like, no, you should actually consider that and do that.
You should not come back. I was like, oh, now you're taking a little too far, Lola. This is still part of the competition. She still has a right to be there because the competition rules say she can't be there. But Lola was like, no, you should just leave. I was waiting for Lola to be like, you should never do drag ever again. Like, that's why I felt like she was going, because she was so mean. And I was like, girl, if you tell this artist that they should not even do drag anymore because that was so embarrassing, I would scream on the inside. But I'm glad she didn't say that. Because that would have been a little too far. But the fact she was like, you should just really consider leaving.
You should just go.
You should just not come back. You should be embarrassed because that was embarrassing.
And I thought she was going to do it. Honestly, I was like, okay, Velveteen's going to quit.
But no. I ain't going nowhere.
And I want to say we got a cute little bit of tea from Tony, our lovely, lovely Tony, who told us about, because Velveteen mentioned a woman named Jolette in her speech, and there was like a little like asterisk with like a thing on it. Tony gave us the full tea on it, where apparently she was a contestant on La Academia, which is a very popular singing competition in Mexico. Her vocals were horrible. All caps, according to Tony. But the public liked her and she stayed in for a long time. And Lolita, who was a judge, was not happy at all. So it's like a very like cinematic parallel now between Jolette and Velveteen, which I think is very
Jolette was Sanjaya.
Don't do that to Sanjaya.
Oh, I don't know what her voice sounds like, but okay. I don't know. But that's what that was. And Velveteen said she ain't going nowhere. You can't kick her out. She gonna be here and she gonna win her way back. She said, my goal is now to take a star from somebody else, one of those gold stars from somebody else, and get back in the competition. So Velveteen ain't going nowhere.
With the quality of the looks on this season, good luck, Miss Velveteen.
Word. And I think we're at the moment in time where it's time for a draft update.
Okay, yes. In last place, unfortunately, with 9 points, with Georgie and Velveteen, is Logan.
I have that many?
You do.
Surprise.
You do. And then with 12 points, Tony's in third place. And Tony has Guajardo and Madison. And then now in second place is Lana. And Lana has Serena and Sora Nasty. And then in first place with 15 points.
Points. You ain't
14. 14, sorry. Okay. In first place with 15 points, I'm only ahead by one, is David with C-Pher and Rudy.
I'm coming for you, David. Mm-hmm. I'm coming for you.
You are.
I can either be first or last in these drafts. There really is no in between. There really is no in between anymore. Like, there's no in between.
But that's that, y'all. We did it. We talked about it. We finished. And we appreciate you joining us. We will be back next week. Same time. Well, yeah, same time. Same panel, probably. Maybe all of us will stay in Mexico, or somebody might leave. Who knows? It's just what we do. But hit the subscribe button on your way out, so you know, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. Go subscribe over to Cup TV, the Cup ESP, the Cup Ringside. Do all of that. Hit the join button for our membership channel so you can get exclusive content and all early access content. Or you can go to our Patreon. The link will be in the description below. Same exclusive content, just a different platform if you prefer. Follow us on our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, because we have some funny moments and we put them out there for you. And you could follow the three of us if you want, because we have some we do some typing, we do some things that we put out on in the social media universe. So you can follow us there. You can also get your cup merch, and not limited to this cup, but you get any of our cup merch. And on that note, I say, cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers. Adios. Don't quit your day job unless you want to be like Velveteen and say, I'm not quitting. I'm still here. I'm still here.